Hello everyone, my name is Michael Young and welcome back to Factorio. So I finally bit the bullet and decided to update all the mods. Hoping that it would not break my my game too much. This is what popped up as soon as I did it. Apparently they removed Electrum and how to achieve it. And they removed some technologies about smelting and electrum smelting and steam generation boilers. And they changed the name of some labs. That's pretty benign. Anyway, so this part is going to be me exploring whatever is new. It looks like, well, it didn't crash, so that's, a good sign at least. Okay, things are immediately different. They changed this science stuffings. That's an interesting term for that. But I see they changed the colors back again. And this is new. It looks like, so before, we were getting these exploration tokens just by processing gardens. It looks like they must have, they made it so you can't just use those directly. You have to combine it with something, and then you can use that for science. But we've already researched everything, or maybe there's new things, but anyway. They changed the colors back to red, green, blue, gray. They changed, before it was this weird gold color. The labs are different. Yeah, the lab recipes are simpler now but instead they offloaded their complexity into these parts. So instead of this lab needing a bunch of different things, needing 5 different things, it just needs a few things that also need a few things. Large solar panels and cobalt steel. We can't even make that. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to make that anymore because we don't have cobalt steel anywhere. That femto laser array, that's part of blue science, right? Yeah, it's that bit right there. Okay. And apparently I've already unlocked logistics science. I don't remember if I did that. Needs express belts, which we haven't unlocked yet. And brass stuff. Well, that's pretty simple. And combinators. So we could make that pretty easily right now. Yeah, that looks easy. Okay, gold science is just combining red through gray. Interesting. This looks pretty similar. They haven't changed anything there. I'm not seeing any differences. Yeah, we already had that. Did they add more axes? Maybe there was already titanium axes, I just didn't know it. Anyway. Yeah, they did. They took out the different boilers. Maybe this new science I have to unlock. Interesting. I don't think there's any changes there. This looks different. Burn methane gas. Made in a boiler. So they made these recipes, these are different recipes. Different icons. I think they were all the same. It's 3 fuel oil, 90, 6 methane, 3 diesel. I don't know the ratio between them. This all goes back to my rant about all the different power generation ways. I'm not seeing a lot of difference here. Rubber from resin directly. Do we have resin on the bus anymore? We don't. I remember that was the complaint we had at one point. Lithium chloride from lithium water. I don't remember that. This is how we're getting it, I thought. No. We're not making lithium chloride, we're making like lithium perchlorate or something. Anyway. Nothing changed there. Or there. I don't think. This would have electrum. No, not actually. No, it wouldn't be here. It would be somewhere else. Don't think this has changed. Nothing jumping out at me. I think this is all the same. It might be organized differently. It looks different, but I can't point to anything that actually is different. But I never really looked at this very much. Anyway, it still says unknown item key group name or whatever for the paste. That looks the same. Okay. We'll know if things suddenly if everything suddenly stops, then they changed like a vital recipe that I didn't notice in the middle of everything. We'll see. In terms of research, okay, steam power is a new it's a new set of technologies, so we should just go ahead and get that right away. But they reordered some things. Like it used to be, this would be where logistics was, right at the top. Looks like it's more naturally ordered. That's a new icon. Use gold to create alien science. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like commercial AI implementation. Oh, that's where we got logistics science. Okay, I think that okay, that was not the right. We got this as part of a different thing. Like when it was the same. Well, maybe I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was the same as what unlocked the furnaces, the electric furnaces. Wait a minute, I'll look for that. It would be something I already had. Well, I don't know where that is. Then, are there still electric furnaces? There are. Where'd I get them? Advanced material processing. It's not there anymore though. It would have been downstream of here. Okay, I guess they split it out because this used to be accompanying the next tier of science. I could have sworn. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, we'll let it run a little bit and see if it breaks. In terms of what to do next, what's going on over here? It's just out of power. Okay. Let's go move some titanium. Looks like we're having some trouble with red circuits. Or really with green circuits. Or, well. Why is this going so slowly? Did they make the recipe? No. It just can't pull these in fast enough. I mean, they're coming pretty steadily. To the point where this is actually backed up. I don't know, maybe they changed the count? Maybe they didn't change anything. I should probably replace it with some red, since it looks like it is having trouble just with the belt logistics. Just so we're not wasting all our mineral sludge. Looks like we're still having trouble with copper. Yeah, we need one of these things that's just very copper focused at some point. But I'm kind of thinking this might just like, well, no. Now we can. Okay, this is the issue. It's the copper. It's the copper, is we're not getting enough copper through to the tinned copper wiring, and that's preventing us from getting all the basic circuits we need. So there's really no point in making this red. Maybe I can still do it though. Let me just do that. Just up to the point where it splits. There. I don't know if this needs to be red also to make it split right. Either way, it's not working. So let's just but yeah, that's clearly the problem there. I'm trying to figure out, should I try to fix this, or should I just go ahead and let it be until we expand to the next thing? I think we should probably fix it. We need better copper. But I think it's not going to get fixed. I think the issue is that we don't have enough sludge. Maybe not. Well, let's move over some more iron ore. I think we have like some in a box somewhere. It's not a long-term solution. It looks like our stone thing's filled up again. Brick thing. We need to get the bots placing this this faster. In fact, it looks like they're just almost done with this bit. Let's place some more out. More concrete. Alright. So let's fix this. We're going to make just a bit more free copper, kind of like we're doing right here. And I guess we'll make it going north. Yeah, it's kind of messy. But it's going to be just like this, so we'll just draw a blueprint. Just like that for now. Well, just like this. Maybe not even that far. Like that. I'll put it like right there. It's kind of a little close. Maybe right like that. Alright. It's kind of right out there. We have been trying to make these strips, but I think it's fine. We can tear it down some other time. Lots of things are gonna need to be put there. We should just go ahead and handcraft them. Like, what does it need? It needs a lot of concrete, of course. More crystallizers. These. Oh, it's so different when you walk on the concrete versus not. It's really noticeable. Even more so now that we have the exoskeleton. Oh well. Okay, we're gonna need a full set of blast furnaces and all that sort of thing. Which means more brick. We'll need a one of these. So what am I missing for that? More clay bricks. I think we're making those somewhere around here, right? No, this is the concrete bricks and the reinforced. Why isn't that going as fast out of steel? All right. You know, I don't think that is working. I think we need to have better. We need to have the red ones of these. Okay. What actual things should we get? Like this wouldn't be terrible. So going to better steam engines would help us keep powered at night. I've been looking towards this whole ferrous stuff though, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that. And eventually, before we really can move on to the next tier of stuff, we're gonna need all the smelting stuff. Like, well, apparently we should get high-tech research. Also, to get gold science, but that's gonna require nuclear power. Wow. Okay, that's what 1,000 of each. That will take a while. We can mostly skip over the gray stuff, I think. We're going to want nuclear fuel processing at some point, but that's way down the line. But I want all these smelting things, so we can go ahead and start building our early end game factory. We're gonna have an early end game factory that's gonna have all the right recipes, but won't be beaconed, and it'll be connected by rail, I think. Yeah, and made from titanium. We'll have to get all these parts. So we'll need gold. We'll need gold science. I guess we could get started on nuclear power. That's a lot. Let's put that off for now, and just start getting the like I said, what am I saying? The different components for that are still blue that we can get from the blue components. Like this ore refining we should get. I thought I already had that. Maybe not. Let's get that. And then we'll get the ferrous ore stuff. Okay, it's already complaining about things I don't have. Oops. I'm actually walking so fast I'm missing where I want to go. Yeah, clay bricks. That's what I was doing. Where did we make those clay bricks? I know we did somewhere. Was it up here? No, that's not it. I think it was like hanging off of one of our mineral sludge factories. Way off somewhere. There it is. I don't have any fuel on me, I don't think. So, too bad. It still can't because we don't have steel anymore. Because we put it all in that other factory. Let's go grab some. How did this get messed up? And why is nobody repairing it? And why are we not making these anymore? You don't have steel. Well, it's the same problem all over the place. And we're almost out of batteries here. We'll have to go and grab some at some point. Okay, make sure that can continue. Let's do that now. While we go ahead and like build more things. Ore refining for tungsten. I need that too. Ooh, those black processing units though. Ooh, those are gonna be a while. That's gonna be an issue. It seems like it's not repairing things anymore that I like randomly bump into. That's no good. Yeah, we're really sucking dry the sludge. But I'm actually really surprised at how, after updating the mods, it still seems to be working. So, good job, mod maker. What am I doing? I was looking for something. I was getting batteries. Yeah, our factory, it's pretty good, but we still have a lot of walking around to carry things from place to place. Not so much, but just like ammonia, batteries, steel, occasionally. I really want to get my my rail network going. Why is this still not working? Oh, it's because cobalt is full. I thought I would slowly start refilling these, but it's not. Oh well. I should guess a few of those. A few hundred of those. I'm probably gonna need more of those reds, aren't I? To build the blast furnaces and things. What am I doing? I am looking for some more of these, which need reds. We have some already. I'm looking for blast furnaces. And ore processors. Powder, sure. You must have had like a bunch of blue stored up, because it's going really fast. Look at that. So much blue there. It's actually idle because we have a few places to put blue. Well, good. We'll run through it in a bit. Because we sat around for what's it called? The we sat around because there was we were doing module science. And I think there's like no module science left. Right? I don't think so. I'm not seeing it. It might just be in a different place now. I mean, I thought there were still higher tiers. Maybe we got them all. Where is it? Okay. So it'd all be, well, that's gonna be more than I want. It would all be downstream of modules. So these go back to normal science. So do these. So is this. Yeah, I think we're done with this little module science area right here. We actually have to start making some modules at some point. Anyway. Is it gonna be, let's see, am I making copper or am I making copper wire? I'm thinking I might just make copper wire and just cut this off entirely. You guys all still busy? No. Let's get some of this going. else do you need? Some of these. Apparently I was using 3s for the furnace. Sure. Oh, we'll need induction furnaces too. And the ore sorter, of course. I need to make a couple more of those crystallizers. And this won't be sufficient because the recipe for iron is the same as the recipe for copper. I think the copper needs what? Let's look. Going from the ore to the process needs oxygen. Oh wait, no. Going from the... We're making pellets now, so going from the pellets to copper anodes needs oxygen. And then from there needs sulfuric acid. Huh. Do I want to bother with that? What's this? Unknown key GUI favorite button. I can favorite things. That's cool. Anyway, I'm wondering if I want to not bother with the pellets because they make me have to do sulfuric acid. I mean, we're generating sulfuric acid over here. We might just go straight from the processed to the I think we'll do that. We'll just go straight from processed to copper. Less efficiency, but that's okay. Let's get this out of the way. I'll have to work that out on the fly. Can't do that yet. Hydro refining. I don't have an ore sorting facility Mark III. Oh, there it is, being made. Alright, so what is the copper? It's not cupric. I'm not doing that. Well, I mean, ultimately what I want is the tin copper. No, never mind. And let's make it simple. We'll just go straight from... Where's the recipe for just the copper? There. Crushed steatite and crotinium. And this would be steatite, crotinium. This would be copper, sorting the copper ore. What's this for? This is how we bring in the charcoal, but we don't do that here. Alright, so the next step would be the blast furnace. Or my blast furnace. There. Which will need fuel. I forgot about that. But I just... Melting down those would be annoying. Well, it just says oxygen. Wait a minute. Oh, this would be in a chemical furnace. Ah, I don't want to deal with the sulfuric acid. No, no, not doing it. So we'll just go ahead and make the copper ingots directly from with the oxygen added. We'll bring the oxygen over on this side from a air thing. Where is that? One of those. Need some iron. Oh, there's some right there. How am I going to get the fuel down here? I guess I could just bring it straight across. I mean, I could use wood if I wanted to, but that's a bad idea. Do I not have... I don't. Make a bunch, please. Off by one. I should go above, sure. No, it's gonna need to be. It's gonna be the. What am I saying? The coolant. That's the bigger issue. Are we out of coolant up here? No, it's stopped. But we're gonna need to have more coolant in general. Oh, we have some. We have a bunch in that little area right there. This needs to be copper. I think everything else is working. We need to hook it up, of course. Is that... No, it's a bit off. It can be made to work. We might want to put a pump and a tank around here. We have to make pumps. We don't need to store a bunch. We can just store like a simple petrochem tank. Worth. Where'd that go? It was right there. It is. Alright. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this hooked up. Oh, I wonder if because I updated, there's more trees now. I can go and grab them. What do I want? I need all the smelting I said. The two sides are not hooked up. Let's do that. I have no pipes? Really? Oh, they were probably taken up by the air furnace thing. Why is this not working? It is. It's just very slow to fill. Maybe I should add another pump along the way. There's just nothing to pump. It's all used up. Let's get more cement going. I could probably have just a larger square by now, but oh well. I said I was gonna fix this and I never did. I made the things and I sat on them. I think? Or did I not make them? I might have not ever made them. Got distracted. As I am wont to do. At times. I'm annoyed that this isn't working. Maybe we'll have to, like, give it its own specialized little mineral sludge thing. We'll need it further back. This is not the right ratio, but whatevs. Yeah, that still needs gold. At some point. Look at that. Alright, there's all the oxygen we need. Now we just need this to fill up. Well, we can do the next step, which should be the strand casting. Or is it strand casting? Or casting? Strand casting, I think. No, inductioning would be next. That's not a word, but it's like that. It's like inductioning. And you're gonna make copper wire coils, I guess. Yeah. It does seem like the tin copper wire is an even mix of tin and copper. I for some reason I thought it wasn't. I thought it was more copper to tin. So maybe that's a good reason to use the cupric dust recipe. But either way, we're not doing that now. We're gonna make this copper wire. Alright. Then we need to offload it. And we're bringing it right here, I guess. Like this is all gonna go away. Well, I guess we could leave it here. It just should be first. We should prefer it from our side. This is just gonna change, I think. You know, I shouldn't be doing... No, this is fine. This is fine. That was wrong. No, that's right. We gotta transfer it over to here. And then we'll have to unpack it right here. It's called cable, isn't it? Yeah. What should I get? More smelting. At some point, we're gonna have to start on nuclear just to get to the next tier of science. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's what this is for. It's a new little thing. That's cool. So I can get back to it quickly. Anyway. What's copper powder for? It's for nothing. There's no use for it. That I'm aware of. Okay, this should be working as soon as we get some of the other type of ore. Is this working? Yeah. This is to fill up this side first. They're set up right? Yeah? Yeah, I think so. Maybe there is a problem with my my mineral sludge production now. maybe. I don't know. Looks like we got a lot of backed up dust. We're not able to shed our sulfuric wastewater. That's weird. I thought we were actually clarifying sulfuric wastewater. Up here somewhere. And we should be making it into crude oil. Ah, we ran out of this oil, this raw gas. We should make another one of those things. Yeah, this sulfuric's at 80%, which means that it is being overflowed somewhere. So did we mess up a pipe somewhere? There's the overflow. That's a non-return valve, rather. That's dealing with excess, not urea, the other one. Okay, we have to clarify, or do we flare? Do we flare the wastewater, or do we clarify it? I think we clarify it. Maybe have several. Overflow valve. Sulfur processing. We should get that at some point. A lime filter? What's a lime filter? That's new. Lets you get it from the acid gas. It's a filter in lime. So it's finally something to do with all the lime. I see. Because, like, limestone's a great way to get CO2, but then you end up with, like, a ton of lime in your, just sitting around. This is a way of getting sulfuric acid out of lime. Or rather, out of acid gas, which we get from oil, I think. I'm not sure. Go ahead, get that. We can play around with it, maybe. We don't even need to do that. Well, we should do that because otherwise we'll trip over this. There. But yeah, that's weird. I guess... I don't know. Like, why was this at 80%? Where's the acid gas come from? It's raw gas, and we get natural gas liquids from it also. Wait a minute. So a used filter gives me back acid gas. What do I use the filter on? It turns water into sulfuric acid. Is that the whole idea of it? In an air... Okay, it's a new recipe in an air filter. I should have looked at the air filters we already had. Okay, oh, I get it, I get it. So it's a lime filter, it filters raw air. It filters nothing to just extract some acid from the atmosphere or something. Maybe? Where did we get raw gas? We got raw gas from this. But that's not the filtering thing. So is this like a really easy way to get sulfuric acid? Well, relatively easy. Interesting, it gives you CO2 also. Wait a minute. So the air filter. Wait a minute. We need to make an air filter about this in just a moment. Let me get that going. Can I make an air filter? I need more iron, of course. So it's filtering water? It uses water and a lime filter to create a used filter and sulfuric acid. Well, wait a minute, where the and then when you deal with the porous, when you deal with wait a minute. Okay, when you deal with the porous, you get out acid gas. So it gives you wastewater, which you could turn into sulfur. Interesting. This is a way of creating mineralized out of air, with sulfur as a byproduct. I wonder if that's actually worth doing. Interesting. And then you can just flare away the acid, or you could use it. But this needs the green catalyst, which we have. We can do that to create a lot of hydrogen sulfide gas. Like right now, we're getting it from the mud water, and that's why we have like this annoying little. We have so many extra, what are they? Washing plants than the ones we need just to produce the geodes, just to produce enough hydrogen sulfide gas. And this gives you free CO2 out of nothing. And this hydrofluoric acid we haven't used very much. It's part of silicon processing, part of tungsten processing, and part of dealing with cheap light. Creates bauxite, eh? So is this supposed to be bauxite? In another world? Okay, well this seems like something worth playing with at some point. Yeah, like I'm thinking maybe we could have just gone ahead and used this to get free sulfuric acid when I was doing my copper production over here, which is still not going. Why not? Oh, I guess it is going a little bit. Oh, we didn't carry this up. There you go. And without the constant drain of tin, looks like this is backed up now. That's good. That shouldn't be there. Random bit of copper on the wire line. I guess I could just like that. What should we get? I need tungsten at some point. Tungsten carbide stuff. Chlorine processing. Nah. Better oil processing? I really haven't been paying much attention to oil right now. In a while. Do I want to bother with any of this? Kinda no. Okay, let's I get next tier of our armor, I guess. Titanium ceramic, but it's not powered. It's not powered armor, it's just raw armor. No. Let's bite the bullet and start getting. Where is it? No, we still have one more smelting to do. Gold smelting. But then I think we're gonna have to start getting that nuclear power. Here, you don't do that. Hopefully that will give us some better better reds. This little copper subfactory. It's still really undersupplied. We've been living off of the original little, well, the original fairly large mineral sludge factory for quite a while now. Maybe we need to think about upgrading that. Though maybe it'll all turn itself around now that we fixed that sulfuric acid, the sulfuric wastewater problem. I suppose it's somewhat hypocritical of me to be complaining about having too much sulfuric wastewater, and also about getting excited about, hey, a new way to get sulfur. Okay, I think I'll stop here, so thank you everyone, we're hitting an hour, for watching. My name is Michael Young, this is Factorio, using the SeaBlock Modpack.